Sarah and Mark had just moved to their dream house in a quiet town, excited to raise their newborn, Lily. But from the very first night, a stray dog appeared outside their house. It had golden fur, intelligent eyes, and an eerie way of staring at their front door, almost like it was watching over them. Despite their initial hesitation, Sarah felt a strange pull toward the dog. But why was it there? And why did it always sit near Lily's window at night? One stormy night, as thunder roared, Sarah woke up to growling outside. She peeked through the curtains and saw the dog snarling at something in the darkness. But when she turned on the porch light, there was nothing there. Mark dismissed it as stray behavior, but Sarah couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. She decided to let the dog inside for the night. The moment it entered, it ran straight to Lily's crib, sniffing protectively before lying down beside it. What was it guarding her from? The next evening, as Sarah prepared Lily's bedtime bottle, the baby monitor crackled with static. Then whispers. A chilling voice. She rushed to Lily's room, but there was nothing except the dog sitting alert beside the crib. The room was freezing, despite the heater being on. "Mark, did you hear that?" Sarah whispered, shaken. But before he could answer, the dog let out a low, threatening growl, staring at something in the dark corner of the room. The next morning, Sarah opened the curtains and gasped. There were deep claw marks on Lily's bedroom window. "Mark, these weren't here yesterday." Mark tried to explain it away. Probably raccoons. But deep down, Sarah knew better. The dog had sensed something unnatural. That night, she left her phone camera recording near Lily's crib. What she saw the next morning made her blood run cold. Sarah played the video with trembling hands. At exactly 3:13 a.m., Lily stirred in her crib, and then a dark shadow appeared at the window. It had long fingers that scratched the glass. The dog stood up, growling furiously, its hackles raised. And then, the shadow vanished into thin air. Sarah grabbed Mark's arm. "You still think this is a raccoon?" Mark's face turned pale, desperate for answers. Sarah visited the town's records office. An old librarian hesitated before whispering. "That house, something terrible happened there years ago. A couple had lived there with their newborn. But one stormy night, the baby was stolen from the crib, never to be found again." The case remained unsolved. Sarah's breath caught. Was history trying to repeat itself? That night, the power went out. The baby monitor flickered on its own. Then came the creak of the bedroom door. Sarah and Mark rushed to Lily's room, but the crib was empty. A cold wind blew inside. The window was open. And then they saw it. Long, bony fingers pulling Lily toward the darkness outside. Before Sarah could scream, the dog leaped forward, sinking its teeth into the shadowy figure. A horrifying shriek filled the air. The dog attacked with unrelenting fury, clawing and biting as Sarah lunged for her baby. Mark grabbed a flashlight and shone it at the figure. It had no face, only hollow blackness where eyes should be. The creature let out an unearthly wail before dissolving into mist, retreating into the woods. The dog stood victorious, its fur bristling, teeth bared. Sarah held Lily tightly, her heart pounding. It was real. Oh my God, it was real. The dog nuzzled Lily, as if checking if she was safe. The next day, Sarah took the dog to the vet to check for any injuries. The vet scanned for a microchip, and what popped up shocked everyone. The dog belonged to the couple from decades ago. But how? It hadn't aged a day. The vet, stunned, whispered, "This dog, it's been missing for over 40 years. Sarah and Mark realized the truth. The dog had been guarding their home all along, waiting to stop whatever had taken the first baby all those years ago. That night, the dog sat outside Lily's window once more. But this time, when Sarah woke up in the morning, it was gone. All that remained were its paw prints, slowly fading away into the light. The guardian had done its duty. And now, it had finally moved on. Months later, Sarah looked out at the woods, wondering if the creature was truly gone. And then, one night, as the wind howled, the baby monitor flickered, and somewhere in the darkness, the echo of a faint growl could be heard, watching, protecting, waiting.